back up, what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut out behind the toilet for main stack. Don't do like I did, just come in here blind and cut a big hole thinking this is where it's gonna be. And it wasn't, you know, better off cut a small hole, but this was good because I messed up thinking, hey, main stack's gonna be right here, and I was wrong. So this right here, vent for the shower bath over here. This right here is actually our vent for the toilet. All right, so what I would do, if I had my small snake, I'd try it, you know. I mean, what's gonna hurt, you know? So, might try it with the small snake. We all know our big snake's not gonna go through here. We don't wanna break the pipe or anything. So, yeah. So this shows that we should have a big stack somewhere. This wasn't here. All right, so.
So is that common for it to have a small pipe?
It can be, just depending on the property. You know, yeah, I mean, it's pretty common. They have what might be different types of vents. Now, a wet vent is a vent that water runs in.
But now, you keep saying a wet vent. It's illegal for a wet vent in the state of Kentucky, so we should never run into a wet vent.
I got you.
Really?
No, that's illegal in the state of Kentucky. You should never run into a wet vent. If you have a drain and a vent, there won't be a wet vent.
All right, so I ain't gonna explain what a wet vent is. Then.
Yeah, because they're illegal in the state of Kentucky.
I just learned what a wet vent was.
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
So anyhow,
How'd you do that?
so we're looking for the main vent. All right, so there's not one. This isn't it. Spring-loaded one. Just clip these springs out. Snaps right in. But what I like about these, here's your template. What I do is the tape that's already on it, I set on my wall like that, and then I'll just take my multi-tool and just outline it, then I'll cut that out. After I made my little small access, I found my vent. Now, the vent may not be directly behind the toilet. This one here, we're lucky the floor was out. We could actually see that the toilet flange going down the pipe actually turned to right here. So even if I cut right here, I would got it because I was inside the, you know, in between the studs of the wall. But that's just something to keep in mind, you know. So I like to put my clamp right here already on my boot. We slice the boot in two to get this on. This will seal it once you clamp it up, but this boot was just cut in two. All right. When I go to cut out my pipe right here, I'm just gonna make a small notch enough to get my cable through my snake to go through. I actually like to cut on an angle.
Right, that's a good point.
So it won't fall in.
Yeah, you plug won't fall in the pipe. That's a good idea.
So, see, I can put this here, and it cannot fall inside.
It always.
But yeah, right here, man.
Side of the bucket?
Right there. That's where we're gonna go through with the snake. You're gonna hit everything you need to hit where the clog is. You know, if it's backing up the toilet, it's right here. It's gonna catch it, catch everything. You're going actually towards the road or towards the cleanup. You know, so that's basically. This is it. Don't have to get on the roof. A lot of plumbers get on roofs and stuff like that. You know, we're fortunate enough we're allowed to put access panels in. And preferably, if it's backed up once there, I wouldn't patch the hole. I'd put an access panel in it.
Sitting there waiting for you the next time.
Can we?
Yep.
If a tenant stopped it up once, they're gonna stop it up again.
Yep.
Yeah, we're having a snake from the inside, though. We're gonna do it outside. Sort of clean out.
And then every unit should have the 3-inch, whatever size pipe you got coming out, you gotta have the same diameter pipe going through the roof. So it's got if you got a 4-inch drain, you gotta have a 4-inch vent.
Let me ask you this: so if this was 2 stories, we had a toilet on top, would that be a wet vent?
No, it'd have a stack over beside it. That was your drain, and then the vent beside it.
All right, I didn't know. So I would still.
And then that's where you get back into your inch and a quarter stuff, this, you can vent with inch and a quarter, it just calls for
Yeah.
a certain DFU for, each size
Yeah.
pipe. And then your 3-inch vent may be upstairs.
Upstairs, yeah, through the roof.
So you may run into that.
Yeah, we've seen it on the blueprints in there.
Yep, that's what we were looking
They
at
didn't run
earlier.
a 3-inch until they got up on
On the second floor.
the
Yep,
last part.
they were running 2-inch with everything till they got up. So, just like I said, I mean, you gotta look, I mean, there should be main stack, it's not always the case, you know. We do not wanna pull that toilet, I can say
No, I tell them what'll happen if you do.
that. You will flood,
There you go. There
you
go.
will flood the bathroom with
You'll say,
nasty.
"Boy, I wish I hadn't done that,"
Yeah.
especially if it's a 2-story.
Yeah,
That's
never,
everything that's.
never pull the toilet.
Common,
Now
and
coming to the
that
end.
toilet's also, when you pull that toilet, it's coming out at you.
If you're in a slab floor, and you know that there's an open receptacle, I'd try that. I mean, I'd rather cut that open receptacle and go down through that, because it's going to be higher. Water's going to go to the lowest point. That's why it always backs up in your tub or something. You know, we got floor drains or open receptacles where it's just a 2-inch pipe or something, not a 3-inch, but just basically a pipe flush with the ground. We're actually going through and when we have those back up, we're actually going through and kind of extending them up now, because if we can get up above the tub, in theory it ought to back up in the tub. This is contained on the floor. That's where you gotta clean, you know.
Good point.
So, all right, that's it. That's how you find this. That's where you want to go in at. This is a good system. It works. I mean, this isn't really that hard to do as far as.
And the good thing about doing it this way, usually the toilet's there, your toilet's stopped up. If I was doing it, I would put some water in that toilet, bring it up to the rim. Don't flush the toilet so it don't come out on the floor. But put some water in, let it come up to the rim, and then as you're snaking,
It should go down.
yeah, the toilet lets you know you got it.
Yeah, I always take the tank lid off, and I'll take the tank lid off. I'll raise the flapper up, let the water fill up the bowl, but I'll push the flapper down. That way, I'm not. You get what I'm saying? I'm not overflowing the bowl.
And they'll tell you exactly when you fit the drain, the flow.
It cuts loose, it'll flush.
All right.